The game, yo.
Hi, Molly.
We had to press A since the last episode because we were testing some audio stuff and we needed some audio in the background. Anyways, welcome back to the Lion's Attorney. Let's just go.
Alright. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication...
Then this was all so boring.
So boring.
So horribly boring.
But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Might be.
Bean might be.
Unbelievable. The sword was impaled on the armor. The body was impaled. The sword was impaled on the body. No, unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armored sword.
Yep.
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
She has a camera, dude. She said she brings a camera and a flashlight. So she's got that proof, yo.
As is required.
Actually, I do have proof.
If only you listened, Edgeworth.
Edgeworth never listens.
This is why we're going to couples therapy. I gave it to Mr. Wright.
Nope. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
You weren't saying anything.
Because you were talking!
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. Dude, it's in the book.
But I don't remember seeing a picture like that.
Dude, it's in the book. She gave you a book, but you only opened to page 2 and went, I know what I'm doing, and shut it.
Phoenix doesn't know how to read.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you.
What if it's just a 2-page book and he read it and just didn't look at the back cover?
You know, maybe.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I mean, all we know from the book is
Evidence law.
One page of notes, so...
It's just that one page over and over again. It's like, I don't need to read the rest of this.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Yeah, it's a book.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing. I was hitting A to get her to stop talking, so that we could get...
Shut up!
Get going.
Shut up so we can evidence.
Look at the little ducky. Look at it.
He's a detective duck. It's a duck-tective.
Sherlock Duck.
No, duck-tective.
Sherlock Holmes. That's clearly Sherlock Holmes.
No, it's duck-tective.
It has the hut, it has the hat, the pipe, the globe that's all Earth.
Baby.
Like, there's no water on that globe. It's like the globe Red White had.
That's definitely a tree.
No.
I'm telling you, that's a tree in the shape of an egg.
I'm telling you.
Because look, that's this little pot.
No, he lives on an egg-shaped planet because he's a duck.
No, I'm telling you that's a tree.
And has no water mass.
That's a tree.
There's no bodies of water.
Whatever.
Open the book.
P.O.
I could not figure out that you needed to press that back cover the first time I played this.
I mean, anytime that we have anything, you spin it around, and that's when it gives you the option to click on stuff. So.
Yeah, but my first instinct was to go to the pages.
Dan, how did that work out for you?
It didn't!
That's what I thought.
Because, like, my logic isn't, oh, the center of the back. It would be like, oh, you have to go through the pages.
Nah.
Hey, there's a picture here.
Look at it. It's a picture.
Wow, she's a really good photographer. This follows the rule of thirds and everything.
This is the actual crime scene.
No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Crime scene photo from the case 2 years ago taken.
Damn.
That isn't a proper sentence.
Crime scene photo from the case 2 years ago taken.
I feel like
that seems like a translation error.
It should be like crime scene photo taken of the case 2 years ago, or something like that.
Crime scene of the case from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Crime scene photo taken 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Any of those, just not that.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be?
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe.
You know, that cloth.
What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
Well, you see.
Actually, honey, if that's the case, no.
Then
If that's the case, we're burning this piece of cloth right now and we're walking out the door.
What? But those fingerprints. They're yours, Emma.
Well, she doesn't know that.
Dun, dun.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
No big deal, I just can't breathe anymore.
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination.
Okie dokie.
So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Nice.
Very well, defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Cool.
Let's do it, guys. Let's get right into a cross-examination. Let's learn about the actual crime scene.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the
Shut the
steel
fuck up!
I'm back!
Come now, Archie. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Cat.
Didn't you have lunch?
What now? You want to make me as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
You can't go away.
I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeit your right to make statements of any sort.
Bing, bang, boom, bomb.
In fact, get out of the courtroom right now.
Yep, leave. You're not allowed to be talking. We have to strike all of this from the record.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Few things make me happier than when people can say that to a murderer. Or a criminal.
Just to someone who deserves it.
Such a good line.
Grrrr!
Demon.
Oh, so what? You think I'm worried?
Well, clearly.
Goes negative and is like, yeah, it's fine. Literally pissed himself in court.
Pissed himself all over. You can see it running down his leg, and then he's like, psh, I'm not worried.
He also has like the sweating bullets, like that Jordan Peele gif from Key and Peele, where he just has the sweat gushing out his face.
I'm not worried at all. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you mean pornography? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements.
Good.
What do you mean? What? That was the voice of a character we had in this room. I don't know what voice that was. I don't know
it's
what...
It's okay, Edgeworth was just possessed by a demon for a second. It's fine.
What? I don't remember what voice that was. Oh my god. The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
Obviously.
I mean, he's been hiding it for years.
Yeah.
No, I don't, but someone does.
Well then.
Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto?
Come again?
What?
Why have you been keeping quiet about it?
I don't know, maybe because it indicts my best friend over here.
You know, things we can't say. You do have something to show us, right?
Nope.
Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death.
Nope, definitely not.
Conclusive evidence for that leaves Take two. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright?
No. Oh my god, I'm in space again.
If I show that piece of evidence now,
We forked.
Emma sure to be made out as a murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. If you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. I had to stop there for a moment and think about what it was called, apparently.
Yeah.
What do I do now? I'd better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence?
No.
The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall?
Yeah!
Let's do it! All in! Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Nope, none. Got nothing.
What? You lie.
Nah, I don't lie. I can't show it now. It'll make things... No.
Chief Gant?
We don't have the proper conclusion about it yet. If I show it now, you're gonna think that she did it when she probably didn't. And we don't want that.
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside.
Oh, so you admit you hid something in there.
The conclusive evidence.
Okay. So, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sassy. Look at that sass. Sass Master 5000.
Mr. Bright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Stuff.
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture.
Look at this photograph.
Do you think Nickelback even bothers copyrighting that song at this point, considering it's such a meme?
I feel like they can't.
They've only copyrighted it once, and it was because Trump used it. That's the only time I've ever seen them copyright claim that song. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
Yeah, he's got one of those anime explosion went through your chest cutouts, but it only went through the vest.
I was gonna say he has the anime I've never seen someone actually cough up blood like that. That always feels like such an anime thing. I'm sure it actually happens if you puncture the lung. I know it actually floods your lung with blood. This is gruesome, but it's true.
Yeah.
It looks like
I've
part
never
of it's
seen
been
it
cut out for
myself
some
either,
reason.
but
You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence?
done.
Best
done.
buddy?
Done.
This is going to be the biggest scout in the history of the police department.
Pool pal, why? Perfect pool pals.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
The PPP.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
The P cubed.
Impressive.
The PPP. The P cubed. The triple P. Perfect pool pals.
To be honest, I didn't think you had the goal, Righto.
The goal to be awesome.
Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happens.
Okay.
What? You mean you admit to it?
Yeah, me and my lightning hair. He
Huh.
admits everything.
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day.
Where are you now?
It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating, huh? Piece of shit.
I knew Lana.
Goddamn son of a bitch.
We worked together. It was hard not to know her. Kinda hated her. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask for my aid.
So you admit it doesn't lie with her sister.
So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
Fun.
I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. This is before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
Awesome.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
Yepperoonies.
You're catching on. But why?
Perfect pool pal, why?
For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I don't make police chief by dumb luck.
You sure?
See this jar of fragments? I hit the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana would go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricate all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Ho ho ho! Some people
My
just
handwriting's
don't...
not that good, you stupid idiot.
Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Bright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? that you are hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then, before it was too late.
I didn't wanna. I have a right to wait until it's a good time.
It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived.
Beep up.
As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Da 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 da. Just go for what Phoenix said.
Fine.
Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
It's my attorney's badge!
I did it!
I did it. What? Controller, are you okay?
Were you not doing that on purpose?
No.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes! At last, you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Yipperoonies.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that it be immediately sent to the lab for analysis.
No need. I know who it is.
This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean it could not have been forged? It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. I mean, not really. You could just lay it down on the table and just want to smack.
Yeah.
Also, can you imprint leather like that with a handprint?
No. I don't think so.
You're as slow in the uptake as ever, Worthy.
I mean, I don't think you... Like, it wouldn't actually be a imprint like that. It would more like be residue of fingerprints.
Yeah. I don't think...
That you wouldn't actually necessarily see. You may see, like... You know how when you touch, like, glass or something, and you can see, like, kind of a faded imprint of a fingerprint? It'd be kind of like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. What? Think about it. Right had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
'Cause I didn't wanna. It wasn't time yet.
You mean you already know?
I have a right.
You know whose fingerprints are on that.
No.
Mr. Wright, do you really know? Nope, don't know at all. Shut up.
It's no one's.
It's no one's. Emma, get out
They
of the
were
courtroom.
wearing gloves.
Emma, leave.
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer.
No.
Whose fingerprints are they?
No. She didn't do it.
Very well. I'll tell you.
Space again.
It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. All going according to plan.
Everything is going to my plan. Me,
The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is Angel Star.
No, I'm just kidding.
Officer Mike Meekins.
Chief, get!
Just lie that. Just. Phoenix Wright. Your way to victory.
Lana!
We just say everyone except Emma. Emma? Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
Rabble, 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 rabble. Ho 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 ho! You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me.
Didn't know you were just a weed he was framing her.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This
Didn't
girl
know it.
really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
She didn't do it.
How could you? You monster!
See, I told you she'd be the kind of person to say monster. Miss Sky.
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Shake my head.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
Nani?
Nani? I said this trial isn't over yet. Huh, I'm afraid it is over, boy. No, this trial. Put your career too.
It's not over until the fat boy sings. That's you, Gant. You ain't singing yet, so...
Sing for us. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted.
Keep talking.
I'll have your badge, boy. I don't feel like you'll have a place to talk. You just talk about forging evidence, too. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What?
Come on,
Chief
Judge.
Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it?
Nah, fam.
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction?
There's no contradiction here.
What is this fool babbling about?
Stuff.
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth.
I really wish I could use a cursor.
Yeah, that would be handy. But you see it.
Everybody,
Just
Look
put a cursor on screen.
look at the vest. See that hole? Uh-huh. See how there's blood on the shirt and on the vest? But where was there not blood? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. On to clarity.
What exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Skye took. Take a good look at it. See where the pieces of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Yep,
Exactly my
lots of blood.
point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth.
It is clean as a whistle.
Wait, there's no blood on it. Yeah! Since Emma Skye's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense!
Oh, headache.
Now then,
I
Chief
gotta
Gant.
stop playing that song.
Yeah, we always have to dance to it.
Oh,
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
gasp.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
How did he get impaled then?
So, if so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Skye, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword?
What a way to go.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out the bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you are the actual murderer.
You also said to make it look like, if I could make it look like Emma did it. Which you wouldn't have had to do if she did do it.
Yeah.
You bit your tongue like 4 times.
No! It's finally all over. Who would have thought a piece of shirt was taken out by a piece of shirt? Objection!
Objection! Oh, your hair's all weepy. Look at your weepy hair.
His mouth is twitching. That was close, Righto. You almost had me.
Exclamation!
Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean, you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order! Order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, RG? Earlier, old Wright here concealed that piece of cloth.
It just wasn't the right time. I have a right to wait, Jesus.
So then, what's your excuse, Wright-O? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence that I can present at this point in time.
He can't present it. Not should present it, or will present it. He just can't at the time.
That's true.
Didn't wanna.
The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
Nah. It's fine. We got this.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct.
Bullshit.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
My plan!
For one time, Phoenix had a plan while you didn't. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I didn't do crap.
I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Haha! So the evidence is illegal.
No. Screw you. Just didn't wanna.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh?
There's rules.
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean, you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved in presenting evidence. No, Audrey, don't listen to his lies. He is nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let's settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was non-violation of law, then do so now.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for the book.
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. A book for children. What's this?
A toddler book with a duck on it. Isn't the duck cute? Look at it. Its name is Peel.
I've done my homework too, Chief.
Have you?
Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints... I did 2 pages of homework, that's all I needed. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However,
Comma.
at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
No. You don't say. Wait, you mean that wasn't approved? That illegal search was on?
I mean, technically, it kind of was because Gumshoe was there, it just wasn't approved by his higher-ups.
Yeah.
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incidents. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... See, there's a problem with your plan. Sorry, but can you recall, when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damien Gant.
Shirt.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes. No.
Nah, you can't say no now, sir. You already said yes.
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approve this cloth. Sorry. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before the prosecutor marshal in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. There's only one person who that could be.
Me!
Damon Gant. The killer was you.
That's such a funny line.
The killer was you.
Yeah.
All your base are belong to us.
It reminds me of the Lady in the Blind that'll come out after this.
No spoilers.
That we recorded way ahead of time because
Too far out of time.
the dialogue that they say when you get the answer right is the killer was you or it was you.
Yeah.
Your hands are gonna break, dude.
Oh. Reminds me of that Eric Andre thing where he's clapping. It's like, oh, this is hurting my hands. I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day. He insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman?
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
The guy whose case we're on trial for right now.
Oh right, that guy died. It's been so long, I forgot. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth.
Partner.
Please, you gotta help me. God, I miss doing that voice. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file the lost item reports. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
Never, ever ask questions like that.
I mean, he trusted Gant, to be fair. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand this over to Marshall."
Don't say your plan! God!
He didn't know!
I know, but like...
You're basically saying, don't say your plan to, like, someone you trust. I should never Phoenix, never tell Edgeworth anything.
No, but I mean, because Gant obviously was, like, not amused that he was like, oh, we need to reopen this case, and Gant didn't want to reopen the case. So just don't tell him that you're gonna give it to someone else. Just pretend like you're doing your job.
I mean, to be fair, he was doing his job by telling the chief of police that he was doing something. Like, that's literally what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to report to the chief.
I guess.
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me. I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. How hard do you think it is to stab someone with a broken knife? I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worried so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprints on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer.
Yeah, but then you forgot that you're one of the only people here that wears gloves, so the suspect list was very quickly narrowed.
But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
But you broke his car, dude.
Yeah, like
That's rude.
Like
and you also bloodstained it.
Yeah.
And tarnished his record beyond repair.
Like, just because someone makes more money than you doesn't mean you can go smashing their goddamn windows.
Yeah, it's rude. Don't do that.
I'm pretty sure that's like just because I don't like Jeff Bezos and he makes more money than me doesn't mean I'm gonna go egg his house. Like apparently Justin Bieber did at one point, causing $10,000 in damage. $20,000 in damage. I learned about that the other day. It was very weird to find out about.
Yeah. The one time you actually could listen to Morbid.
Well, technically it was Crime Countdown.
Yeah, but it's Morbid, but...
With not murder.
With counting down crimes.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Blackmail.
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah, looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. No one's good at being a committer of crimes. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me?
Because it's my job, and I look good doing it. Look at my nice cravat. Look at me.
Look at my puffed out chest.
Look at me and look at how cute I am. Look at my booty. Look at how my booty pops in the wide shot.
My yowie hands. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me. We're the same.
We are nothing alike. I have killed no one. You have killed 2 people.
Listen, I was proven innocent for killing my father. So I've killed no one. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
So,
well,
confession?
Looks like it's time to say goodbye. That was literally all a confession. Oh, Udgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date.
No! Perfect pool pal, why?
Sorry, old friends.
Pompous pool pal. Pompous pool pal prick.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gantz. I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. No copyright. I know you're gonna sing it. Don't worry.
Thanks,
I was ready. I was ready. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
It wasn't even crossing my mind until you said it.
Now you have Righto here. And Worthy. Can you at least call us by our names since you're about to go to jail?
No.
With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
I thought you meant the police officers coming with the chains to tie you up and put you in prison.
I thought you meant their objections. There are 2 things I want you to understand. Yes? Sorry.
Sup?
What's up? First, your sister never hurt anyone.
Damn straight she did.
Second, Damon Camp betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up until today. What all have you done? We only went over 2 things. You really need to tell the rest?
I mean, it's 2 years worth of, forging evidence. It seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. She basically has to have a list. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
It's chill. You got me out of the important one. The, murder.
My.
Nope. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Maya. Ugh. I miss her.
Take 2.
She's in my brain. I miss her so much.
I miss them both.
I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. I don't want to be at the top. The top is mean.
Yeah,
Look at your little smile.
everyone knows Edgeworth's the top here.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Look at her little smile.
Miss Sky.
Oh, and there it goes. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't deserve my smile. It's too good for you.
I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I'm your this is we went from like thanking the person, like someone she has like kind of a personal relationship, her lawyer, to this is business now because I'm your boss.
Yeah. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
You're so silly.
It was nothing.
Liar.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
Grabs the megaphone. Liar! That is a lie, Your Honor.
We actually have a liar button because we have that Clue Liars edition.
I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. I mean,
Nani?
I kind of did a lot too. Ah, there's a smile. All right, you get one. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
You've earned it. Stop it. I only did my job.
He's blushin'. You know he's blushin'. It's not showing, but he's blushin'.
He might be a little bit straight.
Just a little bit.
Not-
Stop it! I'm not straight. God, don't make me straight. I'm gay. I'm gay.
Be Phoenix Wright. Be gay. Solve crime. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky? Yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are the innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice.
Yeah, that
A
happens.
trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Let me play it. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. I'll
Is-
relive this whole thing.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
I'm awesome. That's why. It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Just more chains get put on her like the handcuffs. Drag her away. Damn it. Well,
Well, this trial has already gone on for far too long.
it's true. I want dinner. I'm hungry.
Regarding the charge of murder, I want food too. It's almost 8:30.
Yeah. Remember when you said you wanted dinner at 6? LOL.
This court finds defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Not guilty! No, like that one pathetic, thing.
That is all. This court is adjourned. February 25th, 5:03. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
I love that we were there for 7 hours.
Yeah, we got here at 10.
We got there in the light of the day, and we're leaving in the dark of the night.
Huh?
It's you.
At long last, it's finally over.
Put your phone away.
I'm sorry, my alarm's about to go off for something. Emma?
I'm sad.
Don't be sad. Be glad. Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for, a murder.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey, again, not the right line!
What do you mean again?
Not the right line!
Was there another line earlier?
So earlier she said, I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. And there she says, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. That's wrong. They did it wrong.
They
I-
messed up.
They messed up! I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And I think earlier in our flashback too they did that. And to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Nani?
Nani?
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well.
Flashback.
They skip stuff.
Flashbacks on flashbacks.
You know, I did my best too.
Of course you're upset about that, you sweet precious.
It's like, where the fork is my thank you, damn it!
I did fingerprinting and I did blood testing
To be fair,
and I didn't murder. I feel like that's a big win.
I mean, to be fair,
No, you know what she's actually sad about? She's sad that she can't put I murdered someone on my resume. On her resume.
Name one law. Don't kill people. Yeah, I made that too easy. Should have had a high bar.
But I mean, to be fair, she did hire Phoenix, and Phoenix is the reason that they're okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of
So like Emma did do a lot.
Yeah.
But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
It's the cops. I'm not interrupting anything, pal.
Always interrupting something.
You're very good at it, in fact.
Just stop it. Don't.
Just
If you see us,
go away.
if you see me with anyone else, you're interrupting something. Go away.
Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making the detective run all around while on duty? Shut up.
I mean,
That is kind
not a detective anymore. I guess. Although Chief Gant is gone now, so I don't really know how that works. And also, B, do you have other dialogue?
No, ever get that feeling of deja vu? And top it off, you call me here. Saying happy to people at funerals.
Dude!
He only has one line.
Dude, did you even read the script, or are you just improvising at this point?
He's totally improvising. Ignore me.
It's your line, so I can't.
Hey, letting up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh. Are you here because of my sister again? What'd she give you this time? A giant gold medal for me to tell me that I'm the best sister in the whole world?
No, screw her.
Oh, well then, take her away.
I can't date because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. It's the prosecutor.
Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. I mean, I'm about to lose my job anyways. Well,
Yeah,
I won't tell if you won't.
He's like,
Alright,
well, I already turned in my
All right.
badge, so.
Cardboard cutouts in the background. Say nothing. Ow.
Okay, I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting.
Those two in the
Adjusting.
background are dead. Like, those are just cadavers on stilts.
Hey, you two who may or may not be real.
Stop
you
it.
saw nothing. Turn around. Walk away.
We're very bad at this whole privacy thing.
Sup, benches? I'm breaking the law. Again. Emma, I owe you an apology.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day, 2 years ago, I totally forked Gant.
What? I thought Mia was your one and only.
Oh, that day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. I asked Gant to... Not Gant. Gant. I don't know why. Every time. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth.
Well,
Something about her voice, man.
Gant is gone, so I guess he is gone.
Gant. I thought I was doing it for your sake. I got geese.
I'm being teased.
But now I realize I was wrong.
Geesies.
I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. Listen. In this picture, you look like a badass who absolutely would be cold towards everyone and be a total prick. And in current day, you look like a beautiful little flower that if you just tapped it gently, it would crack under all the pressure. And be like a sweet little angel that would smile all the time. So I don't understand what happened here. What? What? Look at that flower. If you touch even that tassel, the end of that tassel, she's exploding, flying into the wind. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. Your eyes!
My brand. My sister.
I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No. What?
What do you mean you weren't doing it for me?
Nani?
Do I need it? She just grabs the ashtray in the back. She's like, do I need to freaking kill you?
You didn't do this for me?
I turned my back on you that day. And hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Yeah, it took you way too long. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy?
I don't understand.
What is that? What the fork does that mean? What is this happy you speak of?
Nani?
Of course! You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have! Smile. Oh, Emma. Emma! Squishes her, breaks her, snaps her back. I mean, hugs! Yay!
No one can change the past. Alright, I can talk.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on to a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
That's so informal.
How rude.
Like, they're not just two random people. Like, that feels like something that you would see in in a book. Not like someone was actually thinking it. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Now take me away, copper. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
He's actually behind that couch.
It's been here the whole time.
Stop hiding and come over here. She says that like a mom. Stop hiding and come over here. You just see his little head pop up from behind the couch, and he's like, "I'm not here."
I have not been here ever.
I swear I wasn't here.
I have not been here at all. Where was he hiding?
Behind the couch. Come on, Phoenix. We've been over this.
I just came to say, congratulations.
I like the idea that he has one of those little popping confettis, and he's like, "Congratulations."
No, he does
Woo.
his whoop. He does his whoop. Woo!
No, he just goes, "Congratulations." Whoop.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. It was entirely my fault because I'm awful.
I mean, I'm okay, but I had to do awful things.
Yeah, we were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. Well, you know, damage is done.
It's too late for me. No
You're dying?
No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Yes, you can. Just try really hard. Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
Flashback.
Flashback to 5 minutes ago. God, we're really getting good at this. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. According to Ollie, that weapon's a gun. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. The thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Awesome, so come be a defense attorney with me.
I mean, that's what you want to do in the first place.
Edgeworth,
Don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. Killing someone. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. Let's flash back to the whole trial.
We have to flashback, play it all again. And then when we get to this, we have to rewind all again.
Yep. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that, partnership.
You lost the word there.
Yeah, the word kind of flew to the other line and it threw me off. You were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Isn't that right? Right.
What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? I was paying attention, I swear.
I definitely wasn't just staring at Edgeworth's penis the whole time, I swear.
Just like looking at that painting in the background, like, not even like thinking anything, just staring at it blankly. Like, you know how some people do?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show them what I was talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth and I would have been able to figure out on our own.
The Blue Badger.
I mean, technically.
Haha!
I will say, if you get these wrong, it doesn't give you a second chance.
Wow, really? It just says...
Yeah, for these final moments.
I kind of want to get it wrong now.
It's not worth it.
Oh, it's not?
It kind of makes you feel bad about it, honestly.
Oh, okay.
That's the picture I drew.
It's you.
Our counterattack began with this. 1 second. I'm just doing something real quick.
That's fine. We're not recording a video.
It's not like we're doing other stuff.
It's not like I want to eat food.
You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apparently, apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That
didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, it did.
It's time for me to go.
You're dying?
He's dead. He's been a ghost this whole time. Dun dun dun.
I mean, his hair's super gray, so like, I don't know, take a break, drink a lot of herbal tea, dye your hair back to like not gray, do some yoga, breathe a lot, maybe take some therapy, and then come back here and kick some butt.
If you'll excuse me, there are some loose ends that need wrapping up.
Yes. Go to your office, and I want you to find the one thread on your outfit that you framed, tie it into a cute little bow, and then chuck the entire frame out the window.
Loose ends complete.
And then leave.
I did it. Some loose ends all tied up.
It's you.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I was so focused on loose ends being tied up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
No, then he becomes a hairdresser, so he ties up everyone's hair.
Yeah. Edgeworth, what will you do now?
Be awesome. Obviously.
Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
It's either a flower or a cactus.
I know. Seems like you're my thanks too, right?
What a face.
But what I face now is my problem.
And off you go, to your own games.
Edgeworth.
A million years from now.
I'll be waiting for you in court. Actually, those come out like between 3 and 4. I actually think they came out after the 4th
Well,
game.
I assume that they take place in this time frame. So, like, he says this, and then, like, you know, the games happen, but then later they come back and they're like, alright, now to show you what Edgeworth was up to.
Sort of.
I imagine it's that type of thing. I'd better be going too.
Okay. Don't forget, the food there sucks. And don't get shanked. But I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot of error. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do.
She's still a bit robotic.
Here, this is a little something for you.
shirt.
Investigation. That's what it looks like it says.
It looks nothing like that.
Actually, it looks like it says shh. Investigation.
I don't see what you're seeing. All I can see is scientific.
I can't even read that says scientific. The yellow backing for white text is such a stupid idea.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that part.
Scientific investigation.
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will. Page 1. Awesome, and we're done.
As is tradition.
Yeah. She learned a little too much from Phoenix.
And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Just leave it. We got it. Listen, there's still a decent amount of game to go. Faith that their lives have only just begun.
They're cute. Oh god, we reverted back to black and white.
Oh
Where
god,
did the color go?
the color in their lives is gone. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own.
Go get Maya. Go get her. Go get her.
Easy baby. Easy baby. Easy get my girl.
A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Dude, I was in the middle of a super awesome outro.
Yeah, we were.
What the heck?
It was like, it's all over, and he's like, nope. Huh? What is it, detective?
Stuff.
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
Wow, no way.
You mean this is illegal? I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh?
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah.
That's the Maya showing through.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Dude, you don't even have a salary. The amount of money that you make is the amount of money that it takes you to drive here.
You're
in
paying
gas.
to work. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream?
Just scream. I'm sure no one will mind. Just.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yep. All together. Emma with her quarter and
Yep.
friggin' Gumshoe with like a piece of gum.
You know, all together, everybody. Let's say it. You still have to say the line.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection! So, and that started the tradition of Phoenix yelling objection at the end of every game, which was not a thing in the first game. It technically started in the second, but they did it in this case for the remake.
Hey!
Where are they now?
I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Yeah, no shirt. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Nah, your record's totally screwed. You ain't getting anywhere near that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a chance, but not really. So, as we're closing up, what do you think of Phoenix Wright? Oh, one thing I also want to add is, with that objection, in the DS version, you would have to yell into the mic. Oh, wait, hang on.
That's the cops!
Yikes! I thought I was gone for a moment there. In the end, though, it's still the cops. They haven't looked at my unauthorized investigating chief's office. If he penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
So in the DS version, you have to shout into the microphone, and in certain versions, you press a specific button. Like in the iOS version, you press something that popped up on the top. Anyway, so what do you think of Phoenix Wright?
I liked it. I definitely liked this case a lot more than the rest of them.
Oh, here we go.
Billy.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance to take care of Billy, sir. Can you believe it, sir? I've been demoted to a security guard, sir. I can believe it. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today, sir.
Great.
What partner? They're slow down there. I'll show them, sir, though, sir. Someday I'm going to make detective, sir. Yes, sir, I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe, sir. Yeah, I could see you being like Gumshoe. If he can make detective, so can you.
Aim high, buddy.
Alright, keep going. We'll keep going with our...
I liked how this case worked a lot more. I like being able to do stuff and not just, like, clicking the A button and waiting to be allowed to do it. Something like present evidence. Hi!
Hi, little guy.
How you doing, baby? You're doing good. I'm proud of you. Don't smack anyone else with that bat, though, okay?
No more killing.
No more killing. That's bad. We don't kill anymore, okay? You almost got us in big, big trouble.
Satan's been defeated. We're free. We're free.
No, I love him. He was so cute.
Let's keep going.
I liked being able to do stuff. I liked how in-depth that was. I like how there was a lot more to it, and that you got to know characters before. Hold on, is this? Nope.
My character. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with the stick launch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, as it seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? For you, man, we'll do it.
Sure, I'll take an eyedropper and put 2 drops on it per week.
Yeah.
I just realized that he calls Emma young Bambina because Lana is Bambina.
There you go.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
How'd you eat it backwards?
I love you.
That also doesn't sound that bad. I wouldn't mind eating something like that.
I want to try it. It sounds great. I don't like bitter things, though. Never mind.
Yeah,
I would prefer spicy and sweet.
That's true.
Than
Like
bitter
a
and-
burning defeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean.
Instead of
I see that.
Instead of a bitter, because bitter, I'm a super taster, so bitter is mine.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left?
Yep.
Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for how many years?
Yep.
Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, I gotta go.
Cool.
Only that judge can forget his gavel.
Only that judge.
That's because I think it's left on the desk when you, like, come in.
Yeah. Maybe they predicted the peanut butter. And so they were like, yeah, everyone has to bring their own gavel.
And keep it sanitized.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around here. I love you so much.
So the idea of this is always that, like, he's going to visit the people in this end credit sequence. But to me that implies that he went to see, Maya. Which I suppose he would do. But in the, next game it implies that he hasn't seen her since, between the 2 games. Just a small story thing.
Hey, you didn't throw it out the window yet. Didn't finish tying up that loose
Mr.
end.
Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? I brought you your tea.
Nani? What's this?
What's going on? Dun dun dun!
Bless you, hero. Bless you.
Any
He woke up upside down and started
Any
sneezing.
final thoughts on the series as we're closing out?
It's good.
I
like it.
I like this series.
Here we go.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. She put her Tinder profile picture in here.
Pff, I hope not.
Look at the ducky! Look at it!
I like how it has the little dust powder next to it, the fingerprint dust.
Yeah. Look at it looking. It's like Look at how big
Science.
that dust powder is. This is the Maya duck. So it goes
Science! Tweet!
Our neighbors are being loud. Let's
I thought that was the game.
No, that was our neighbors.
I literally was like,
Let's open the book.
I was like, that's new. What's that? They put voice dialogue into random things now.
Stuff that doesn't even fit to the game.
I didn't hear what it said. That's why I was like, what is it?
There they are.
They're so weirdo. Lana looks like me before I dyed my hair.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Lana?
No. Error.
And that was Phoenix Wright. Alright, so final thoughts?
I liked it. I think I'll like the next game better because I won't be expecting something that I don't get.
Yeah.
And because I assume the cases will be more...
They're better written. The case gets better.
Because they won't be as good as that one, because that one was written like 4 years later.
Yeah.
But
it was written after the whole trilogy, so it took notes from all the other games.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm excited too, because I'll get Maya back, and I miss her so much.
Yeah.
And I want to hug her so bad.
Alright,
I want to squeeze her.
I really like the series too. I thought.
Do you think she'll get tits?
Calm yourself. It's only gonna be like a year. The next game's only like a year later.
I know, but do you think like her spirit grew, and so did her tits? And
Your
then like she got
your
taller.
spiritual power like relates to your tits.
Yeah, and then...
That's why Mia had such big ones.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why she got big titties to look kind of like Mia whenever she was channeling her, because she was using her powers.
Alright, thanks for watching Leading the Blind. This has been super fun. I love
It has been.
I love this whole thing. We'll see you guys next time for another series.
Yeah.
Also related to courts. That's all we'll say on that.
It's related to courts.
And we
we recorded that way back in like November and December.
Yeah, so it was recorded.
And a little bit in January, I think.
It was actually finished before this one was.
It was.
So if it seems a little odd what we're talking about, that's why. I've been the Game Hero.
I've been Ollie.
And we're gonna go record some other things, so we still have to. See you guys later.
Yeah.
I won an auction to win Luigi's Mansion.